Yeah, okay. All right, guys, we're using new technology, so thank you for your patience while we make sure we had you all here with us. So we wanted to just come in here and kick off some exciting training. So first I want to say that this is not the in-depth training that for Bob's podcast. If you guys have listened to that, this is not as thorough. So if you miss any content or if there's something you want more information on, I encourage you to go back and listen to that. But we wanted to kind of summarize and hit on some things that really stood out to us and really just, make it more the Plexus way for us to translate it that way. So I wanted to make mention of that. I also want to let you know that Sarah is going to put a post together with his language and scripts that he mentioned in the podcast. So you don't have to worry about that if you missed some of that. We're not going to go over like all the language in this either, so that we can keep it more of a summary for you guys. And I wanted to make sure before we got too much into this, we wanted to talk about some steps to do right now to get ready for tomorrow. Because tomorrow is the big deal, and you're going to be so excited once we know what is being released that we want you to be very, very prepared. So Amy recently talked about in a video pulling all your team, printing it out, saving it in a file. I know I have mine all in Excel ready to go because that's my preference. Use your choice. But also just all of the people you've ever talked to about Plexus, guys, this is our opportunity to go back. They told you before, this is something new. We're going to talk about how to do that in this session. So to get us started, I'm going to kick it over to Taryn, and she's going to talk to us about some social media tips on the product launch and some curiosity marketing. So Taryn.
Hey, today I get to be Sarah Taylor, so that's fun. Kind of glamorous. So social media is super, super huge. And I know watching Bob Heilig's, listening to his podcast on this and how to launch a new product just blew my mind. Like Melissa was saying, this is a fresh opportunity. It's a new start. And I love how he started with mindset. And if you're not excited about the new product, or you've heard the hubbub and the guesses out there and thought, oh, I hope it's not that, you need to change your mindset right now. Because if you're not crazy over the moon excited, your network's not going to be either. And this is not going to blow your business up. And the whole fun about a new product is your business exploding because it's something brand new. So mindset, that's where we're going to start. Get excited. I don't care if you are or aren't, get excited, because this is a new, fresh start for you. And who doesn't want a new start? I do. I'm 3 years into this business, and I always welcome a brand new start, because otherwise I feel stuck. So mindset is going to be huge. But second, social media. I know I felt like I wanted to kind of hide under the covers when he was like, the first thing you're going to want to do, because you're so excited, you either walked away from the event or the live stream and you want to just blast it on social media, and you want to be like, this is our new product. It is phenomenal. Look at these statistics that corporate told us about. Look at these ingredients that are amazing. Like, this is cutting edge. It's going to change your life. I'm so excited. And we make these huge posts with like pictures and pictures and pictures. And we blow up our newsfeed, and we just like start talking about it nonstop because we think, I am going to just throw it in my audience face. And really what we're doing is we're spamming our audience, and we are giving them all of our cards. We are already allowing them the opportunity to say no based on not even enough information. They have no idea how they're going to feel, what this could do for them, what changes could happen, or the value of this product, because you gave them some bullet points, and based on that, they made a decision. So I was like, this is genius. The best part is we need to hold this close, like it's the most valuable, precious commodity, and curiosity is going to pique their interest. So don't spam your audience on Facebook. Don't post all these pictures of the product. Don't tell all about the ingredients and the statistics. Put some teasers out there. Get people wanting to reach out to you, because I'll be honest, I love, especially when I started this business, that I just put information about Plexus and people asked me about it. I didn't have to go asking someone, begging them to try it. People were asking me about it because I was putting teasers out there and it was piquing their interest. This is your fresh start to do that again. So what does that mean? That means post Facebook Lives. Those are so scary for me, but post lives. Put some lives out there about whatever the new product is, about some of the benefits that it has. And don't talk about the product in particular, and don't talk about Plexus. Talk about, say it was, let's just take the new Slim, for example. A great way to relaunch the brand new Slim would to do a Facebook Live and be like, man, I just remember drinking an entire pot of coffee in the morning. And I remember feeling so exhausted. And I love how much energy I have today. Let's just talk about all the things I got done today. I got X, Y, and Z done today. And you know what that's done? It's made these differences in my life. Just do a random Facebook Live about what is going on with you so that people will be like, well, why do you not drink a pot of coffee in the morning anymore? Why do you have all this energy? Why are you a happy person now? What's going on with you? And they want to reach out and say, give me the details, give me the scoop. And the less you say, the better. And Melissa's going to definitely talk about this a whole lot more, but hopefully I'm not spoiling it. But we easily talk ourselves out of a sale and out of the new product every single day because we go into all of these facts, all of these details. We overwhelm our potential with what it's going to do, the scientific facts and all of this, and they get scared. They think, oh my gosh, that was a whole lot. One, if I was curious about this business, I don't think I want to do this because I'm not that kind of person. I don't know all those scientific things that Taryn does. I don't know like all the, how it reacts or interacts with things. Make yourself duplicatable and easy. The less you say, the better the opportunity you have to allow them to tell you about how they're feeling, what their dreams and desires are, and what their problems are, and all emotions. We sell emotions and we sell results based on feelings. We don't sell a product. We sell trust, we sell reliability, and we sell feelings. So make sure you're listening to people and you're allowing them to talk. Stop talking. Don't bombard them with information. Just keep asking them questions. Whatever this new product is, I would keep asking, say it was the new Slim. Well, what's going on with you? How do you feel day to day? And then how has that trickled into maybe your relationships at home? Or how has that affected you at work? Or what's going on? How has that affected your eating? How has your working out been? Like there are all kinds of questions that you can do to help people get to a point where they are honest with themselves and they realize they've got to try this because they've literally looked in a mirror and said, yeah, it's really made a lot of big impacts in my life because of how bad I'm struggling. I need a change. And then the price doesn't matter. The ingredients don't matter. The fact that you ask questions and allowed them to talk and you didn't bombard them with facts allows them to say, I don't care what it is. Just give it to me. I need a change. I'm ready to change. So social media is key. Make sure you don't blast pictures of the product. Blast pictures or little teasers about things that are associated with the product or associated with whatever the product can do, how it's going to make you feel. Or you can pick an ingredient and how that ingredient will make you feel. It's just kind of hard because I don't know what the product is. So I think I have the thing in my head, but who knows? So the biggest thing is get on there, show your heart, talk on Facebook Live, get people engaged with you and trusting you and following you so that you can influence them, and then allow them to open up to you behind the scenes by asking questions. So I think the biggest thing is just don't blast people. So yeah, I think that is kind of what I have, because curiosity is key. It's going to really engage people and draw them into us. And then Melissa is really good at sharing approaches. She's our rockstar LinkedIn. So how we can reach out to people and how this opens our network up again and what we can do there. So here you go.
All right. Thank you, Taryn. I love on the social media aspect. I mean, guys, we've all been doing this the same way. So no judgment. I did it too. But what I really love about it is if you scroll through your news feed right now, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but most of my friends are selling a product, they're sharing a product, and we're going to do it differently. So we're going to stand out, and it's going to stop. So we want them to stop on our posts. We want them to go, okay, this looks different. And we want them not to feel like they're being sold to, right? We have a solution to their problem, and we want them to ask us more about it. So thanks, Taryn. That was great information. So now we want to talk a little bit about how do you approach people about this? How do you reach out to them? I mean, maybe you're like Taryn and I, and you've been doing this a while, and you feel like, I've kind of reached out to most of my people. But guess what, guys? New products mean a new opportunity to reach out. And we really want to make this super simple when you're reaching out, because, and Taryn hit on this before, we want to make sure that when they're having that conversation with us, that they can see themselves having the same conversation in the future, and that they don't seem terrified. I have definitely vomited Plexus over everyone. So if you have done that and you're recently doing it, it's okay. We can change that. I've even reached out to people and apologized for how I did it the first time, because you know what? I'm human and I made a mistake. So that's okay too. If you have someone that you feel like you've reached out to in a bad way before, but you really want to go to them with that, go for it. I mean, definitely just say, look, I know that wasn't the best way to do it, but I'd love to talk to you about this. So what are some different approaches? How can you do this? So one way is you can go to them simply and just say, I wanted to see if the timing is better for you now. The reason I wanted to know if the timing is better is because my company just launched an amazing new product, and I'm so excited about it. I can't stand it. And I just wanted to see if it was something that, if the timing was better, we could talk about it now. And the important thing then is if they show interest in any of these approaches that I talked to you about, the important thing is then don't go into hyper mode of, oh my gosh, I got to tell you about this product. Let me tell you all the ingredients. Let me tell you the scientific details, because that's when we turn them off. And then that's when we also make it seem complex and not simple, and they don't see themselves doing it. So this is obviously we're trying to do two different things with this approach. So if they act interested, that's when we want to introduce a third-party tool. And we've talked about that at times recently in this group. So what do those look like? Possibly in our incentive, we might be able to get some sort of package that has samples. I know we did last year. I don't know if we will this year. If we get samples, using a sample is an amazing third-party tool. I personally was very strategic with mine last year. I went after people that I knew that I really wanted to partner with me in the business, and that's who I shared my samples with. But you need to decide what approach is best for your business. If we have a video, if Plexus launches a video to go along with the products that we can educate them, that's a great third-party tool. Maybe there's some print materials or electronic, shareables that we can use. Those are third-party tools as well, and ask them just to take a look at it and give us feedback. Personally, I love the market research approach. It's so soft. There's nothing scary about this approach to me. This can be used with almost anybody. If you've had somebody that has told you no before, or maybe you have a chicken lister, maybe you have somebody that you've been terrified to reach out to, market research approach is so, it's just not intimidating to me at all. And no judgment if it's still intimidating to you. There's other things that intimidate me. But to me, this is so simple, because it's like, hey, I know that you told me this wasn't for you, and that's totally okay. However, we just launched a new product, and I need somebody that I trust to test this and give me their honest feedback, and I trust you completely. Would you be open to trying this product and giving me your feedback? If they say yes, then you also need to set some expectations for that. So same goes for if they say yes to watching a video. You can use that same approach I just said, but instead, maybe you don't want to, maybe you've given all your samples out, or this isn't one of the people you want to give a sample to. You can simply say, I need some feedback. We're releasing a video with this new product, and I would love to get your feedback on what are your thoughts on the product, tell me what you love about the video. And if they say yes to a third-party tool of any kind, then you need to schedule that follow-up with them. And this is something that I neglected to do the first 3 years of my business, just complete honesty. I didn't do it. It intimidated me to do it. I will tell you, it is so much more effective if you schedule it. And people are actually willing to do that. That was my mind told me there's no way that they're willing to schedule this follow-up, but they're actually willing to do it. So if they say they're going to watch the video, then say, that's amazing. Thank you so much for helping me out with this. I really appreciate it. Do you think that you can watch the video tonight? Is that a reasonable amount of time? It's just a few minutes long. If they say yes, then great. Do you think that we could hop on a phone call tomorrow? Could I reach back out to you tomorrow? And if it's a phone call, get a time set. So I do a lot of the phone call follow-ups right now, and I set it and I put it on my calendar. It's very professional. I let them know, okay, great. I just put the appointment on my calendar. I will give you a call at 1 p.m. tomorrow, and I will get your feedback. If it's a sample and you have to mail it, then you want to give them a few days, right? And let them know, hey, I'm going to follow up with you next week. I want to get your thoughts on the sample because obviously we need time for it to mail and for them to actually use it. The reason you want to set a follow-up with the sample is because they did not pay for that, and they might not care as much as you do about using that product. So if they know that they're giving you feedback for this, and they're going to be held accountable for that because you're going to reach back out to them, then they're much more inclined to take it. And if you're asking them to do you a favor, and that's what this is, hey friend, I need a favor, they're much more inclined to do it. I have a great network right now because of all my LinkedIn activities. So with those that I presented the opportunity to. So if you have people that you've presented the opportunity to and they've said it's not for me, or you've presented products to them and it's not for me, totally fine. Going to them and saying, I know that we talked about the business opportunity. I know that we talked about triplex for XYZ in the past. This is really different. And you might not be interested, but I just want your feedback. Would you be open to giving feedback? I think that approach is just so easy for everybody because of the fact that, you know, we all have somebody that's willing to do us a favor. You can also use what Bob called the hot market approach, and going to your friends and family and just saying, like, your close friends and family, and saying, like, I'm looking for 5 to 10 people to test this. You know, corporate is asking us for feedback, and you're somebody that I really trust. Would you give me some feedback on the video, on the product, you know, whatever it is that you're trying to get in front of them. And just so you know, guys, the point of sending them that video, we go to them, we are lowering resistance because we are saying we know it's not for them. We know that they don't want this. So we took that wall that was between us, it has been lowered. And now they're actually able to think for themselves and decide if they're like, we're making them go, okay, I'm not watching this for me. I'm watching it for somebody else. I'm just doing it as a friend. And then they actually have the opportunity to tap into their emotions a little bit more and really evaluate it and go, okay, I actually really want to try this product. So that's why we want to lower that resistance in all of these situations. And that's the other thing, going back to social media, is if we're lowering resistance by not making them feel sold to, then they're more inclined to reach out to us and just find out what our solution is. Now, another approach that really I don't think Bob mentioned, but I would just throw this out there, depending on what the product is, if you know somebody that really could benefit from this product, I still would not approach them with, oh my God, you have to have this product, and send them what it is, because that's obviously not what we're trying to accomplish here. We're trying to raise curiosity, but you can still use this approach, and then when they watch that video, then they're like, oh my gosh, I need this product. You're not pushing your product on them, but you know that they need this solution, and you don't even tell them they need the solution, because again, you want to raise curiosity. But those are the people, when you're making your list right now and you're looking at who do I want to reach out to about this, make sure you're putting them in different categories of different approaches that you want to use with each person. It might not all look the same. You know, I have a group of people that I've been following up with and reaching out to that are friends and family for years. And then I have this whole new group of people that are really strangers to me. So there's going to be a different approach for each person. Okay, let me make sure I didn't miss anything there. So, okay, I think that's everything. So I would say the most important thing, guys, is just not going, when they act interested, Don't go back and attack. Oh, I did want to mention one thing. If there are people, and I know time is valuable, and I know we're all busy, if you have the opportunity to get them on the phone, or if you have the opportunity to get them in person, it's far more effective than going through text, email, or messenger. Far more effective. If you have the opportunity to say, you know what, this just came out, I would love to discuss it with you, and it would just be great to catch up with you anyway. Are you available for lunch, glass of wine, coffee, phone call? You're gonna really be happy that you took that approach if you make the time to do it. So guys, clear your calendars as much as you can for May. I know that it's impossible for some people to clear completely, but this is gonna be an amazing month if we take the time to do it. And just one last note, if your team hasn't registered, make sure they get registered today for this event so they don't miss out on it.
So true. Yeah. I love that you said that, Melissa, about the in-person thing. I love Bob's story about getting a text message from a friend who's a realtor all the time. Yeah. And then when he was ready to sell his home, he actually went with a guy who called him on the phone because that guy took that time to be personal and get to know him. And I'll say another MLM just came out with a brand new product. And I got this message. It was a Facebook message, and it was custom to me. She doesn't know me well, but it was kind of custom to me. I could tell like she looked at my Facebook profile, but it was like a little bit of a customization. And then it was this ginormous detailed thing about this new product that was, I could tell 100% it was a mass text message. And I felt so bad because for a moment I was like, you know, I'd love to try your product and support you or just hear more about it. But I am just now one of like a mass messaging train that you just went through, and I'm not comfortable. I feel kind of skeezy. So I'm sorry, but I do have someone else in that company, and I may reach out to her because she's actually my friend. And I know she'll take the time to talk to me and get to know me. I mean, and we'll like catch up. So be personal. And I love with the chicken listers and people who are big business builders or people that you're afraid to go back to because they've told you no so many times, or maybe they told you no in a very abrupt way and you were like, oh, I don't even know what I said. How could that have happened? Bob has a great thing, and this is actually a message I use all the time. Just be honest. Say, hey, I am super nervous to reach out to you because I want you to hear my heart, but I know if I don't say something right now and this takes off like I think it's going to, I will feel bad by just not saying something because of my fear. So I'd love just to ask if you want to talk about this. And if you don't, that's cool. If now's not the right time still, I'm okay with that. But I just need to be a good friend and ask. So just be genuine with people. People really, really love honesty. And reach out to all your current customers, and don't reach out to them and say, hey, we have a brand new product. You got to add this to your cart and get your subscription order, this in your subscription order. Reach out to them and ask them how they're liking their products. How are they liking the current things that they're taking? What has it done for them? Really get to know what their goals are. And then you can talk about adding another product and how excited you are about it. And that also, I love how he says that once you hear them say how they're doing and how they're liking their product, you can go back and say, you know, what you just shared with me right there, you could easily share with your friends, and all of a sudden your products are covered. And you have a business going or whatever you're comfortable with, but you obviously are happy and it was easy for you to share how you're feeling. I'm sure other people would want to feel that way too, that you know. So this can lead into a lot of great conversations. It doesn't just have to be about the brand new product. It can be about the business. It can be about your team. It can be about anything, getting people back on the products. Because besides this brand new product, we have the new Slim. We have something else coming out that they're going to release in August to all ambassadors, and then I think in October to everyone. And I don't even think this is the end of it. I think there's more to come. So just build relationships. Keep those relationships going with people. Like Melissa said, never make anyone feel like you're just trying to make a sale or push a product in their face. Just get to know people and love on them, and they'll come to you. You won't have to feel awkward. They will come to you. So yeah, and be urgent. Urgency is key.
Yes.
Like Melissa said, follow up and set a time to go back with them. Be urgent about it. Say, this is happening and this is happening fast. And it may fly off the shelves before we can even get it in your hands, or because that is a possibility. We all know in Plexus, all of a sudden they've been out of stock and we're like, wait, what? And they're like, well, we thought we produced enough, but we were impressed. Like y'all just blew it up. And that is a very real possibility. So be urgent. Don't be afraid to tell your people let's do this. Let's try this now. And make your list today. Like Melissa said at the very beginning, if you need to print out your whole back office or whatever it is, make your list today. Go through and write out all your old customers and ambassadors, all your chicken listers, put them into categories and know what you're going to do to start planting that seed the second that this is launched, because you don't want it to come out tomorrow morning and you think, okay, who do I talk to? No, you've got a game plan. You already know who to talk to. You know what you're going to say to them. You know how you're going to love on them, and you know what you're going to do from here. Be prepared. I know when I'm not prepared, I'm a big procrastinator. When I'm not prepared, I get overwhelmed and then I do nothing rather than something. So if I start to prepare myself, then I'm excited and engaged to take action, rather overwhelmed and scared and think, maybe I'll just wait and see how this plays out. So Sarah's going to post in this page all of Bob's verbiage. So in case you didn't catch that, you don't have to watch this whole thing again, but you can. And Sarah's going to post his verbiage in here too. So yeah, thanks for hanging out with us.
Yeah, thanks guys.
Yay. All right, bye.
Bye.